हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू BunMaskka। मेरा नाम है संदीप और आज का व्लॉग है हाउ टू फाइंड अ जॉब इन यूके इफ़ यू आर हेयर ऑन अ डिपेंडेंट वीज़ा। मतलब अगर आप एक डिपेंडेंट वीज़ा में यूके में हैं या आने का प्लान कर रहे हैं तो जॉब कैसे ढूंढें। इस व्लॉग में 5 चैप्टर हैं, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम माई जर्नी एंड देन गोइंग इनटू डिटेल्स की पर्टिकुलर चीज़ें क्या क्या करनी पड़ी मुझे जॉब ढूंढने के लिए। ये मेरी पर्सनल जर्नी पे भी बेस्ड है और इसमें मेरा जो क्राइटेरिया था जॉब ढूंढने का वो था एक कॉर्पोरेट जॉब ढूंढना। हर बंदे का एक अलग क्राइटेरिया हो सकता है और कुछ भी सही और गलत नहीं है। सो एवरी जॉब इज राइट टाइप, इट डिपेंड्स व्हाट काइंड ऑफ जॉब यू आर लुकिंग फॉर। तो आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर अ कॉर्पोरेट जॉब एंड दीज आर द स्टेप्स दैट आई फॉलोड अलोंग माई जर्नी। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट दिस व्लॉग। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं फर्स्ट चैप्टर से, विच इज़ माई जर्नी। सो मैं यूके में आया था अक्टूबर 2022 में और आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग फॉर अ वॉलंटियर रोल फ्रॉम नवंबर ऑनवर्ड्स। सो अगर आप वॉलंटियर जॉब ढूंढ रहे हैं या पार्ट टाइम जॉब ढूंढ रहे हैं तो यू डोंट नीड टू वरी, देयर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ जॉब्स अवेलेबल। अगर मुझे मिल सकती है तो आपको भी मिल सकती है, विच इज़ वेरी इजी। ठीक है, सो आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग एज वॉलंटियर और ये मेरा एक कॉन्शियस चॉइस था नॉट टू सिट आइडल वाइल आई एम सर्चिंग फॉर माई कॉर्पोरेट लेवल जॉब। इसलिए मैंने सोचा मैं किसी कॉर्पोरेट में वॉलंटियर कर लेता हूँ। कैसे मुझे ये जॉब मिली ये मैं आपको नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में डिटेल्स बताऊंगा। ठीक है, सो आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन अ वॉलंटियर रोल फ्रॉम नवंबर ऑनवर्ड्स एंड ऑल द वे अप टिल जनवरी। आई वॉज वर्किंग एज अ वॉलंटियर ओनली फॉर नेक्स्ट 3 months। उसके बाद अराउंड जनवरी एंड या फेब्रवरी स्टार्ट में आई स्टार्टेड working as part time in the same company, so they liked my work, they got more business and they started sharing some revenues with me, and that's how I started working on part time basis with them. After 2 months from Feb until March end or April mid, I was working on that part time project and then finally April mid में जाके मुझे एक full time job मिली और जो मैंने April mid में ही ज्वाइन कर ली। तो मेरी जर्नी रही है wherein I started from a volunteer role and then I converted it into a part-time job and then I finally found a full-time job. I got it through LinkedIn only. So I reached out to people on LinkedIn. I messaged them, say, hey, I looked at your website, I've looked at your social media. I think your business model is great, but I think a lot can be done on your company's page. So let me take care of your social media for free. And if you like my work, you can then start paying me on a part-time basis later on. And that's what worked with me. I worked on some projects free of cost initially. Started getting payments, and then I moved to a full-time job basis my 6 months of work experience that I gained in UK on my volunteer and my part-time roles. Right. So अब start करते हैं second part पे जाते हैं, which is going into nuances of how to find a volunteer job or a part-time job. So दोनों options available है आपके पास। कई लोग अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं थोड़ा टाइम आइडल बैठना तो वो वॉलंटियर रोल ले सकते हैं। जो लोग नहीं अफोर्ड कर सकते, दोज हु वांट टू मेक मनी फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट डे इटसेल्फ, I will explain how to find a part-time job. So let's start with chapter 2. So start करते हैं chapter 2 से, how to find a volunteer role or a part-time role in UK. So तीन चीज़ें आप इसमें नोट करने वाली है। फर्स्ट है, यू कैन लुक फॉर दीज रोल्स ऑन लिंक्डइन, ऑन इंडीड, ऑन ग्लासडोर, and also check reviews for these companies on ambition box. Some people do mention that government.uk website also has some roles available. You can check that. I haven't found it very helpful, but अगर आपको help मिलती है तो why not just scan through it once. Anyways, you will have plenty of time when you come here on dependent visa. Time होगा आपके पास, so you will have time to scan these websites. Second is, जो मैंने ट्राई किया कि बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स में वॉलंटियर रोल्स लिमिटेड आते हैं और काफ़ी क्राइटेरियाज के साथ आते हैं। तो you may get them, you may not get them. If you get them, good for you, awesome, nothing can be better than that. However, if you don't get it, don't get disheartened. Always keep your mind open for medium and small companies, especially for startups with less than 50 employees or less than 100 employees. You can apply these filters on LinkedIn, and even if they don't have a volunteer role mentioned, you can directly reach out to their co-founders. You can directly reach out to managers there. They're always on the look for people who are skilled. The only constraint they have is less budget, but you are anyways not asking them loads of money. You are only asking them for a part-time role or a volunteer role, so they should be happy to oblige you with that. ये बहुत क्रूशल पार्ट है आपका इनिशियल 2-3 मंथ्स का पार्ट टाइम रोल का या वॉलंटियर रोल का, क्योंकि ये आपके वर्क एक्सपीरियंस पे जाता है। ये आपके रिज्यूमे पे जो गैप आ सकता है उसको हटा देता है, तो आपका रिज्यूमे पे गैप नहीं रहता। यू गेट फेमिलियर विद हाउ पीपल वर्क इन यूके, यू गेट फेमिलियर विद वर्क lingos, work terms, you get familiar with work culture here in UK. At the same time, you also get paid for it. So it's like you're getting paid for learning, right? And nothing can be better than that. So अब जाते हैं हम चैप्टर 3 पे। तो आते हैं चैप्टर 3 पे, विच इज़ कंप्लीटिंग योर प्रोफाइल with apt certifications and courses. So while you're here on dependent visa, you will have plenty of time to you, since you will not be working full time initially. So dedicate at least 2 hours every day towards learning a new skill. It could be really tough after having a significant work experience from in your home country, to again relearn or unlearn some of the things, but it is important if you want to find a job as a local in UK. uh, what I did is, I was doing all the free certificates on LinkedIn and Google in digital marketing, because I knew that I would have to navigate my career from core brand marketing to somewhere digital marketing. So I was actively doing all those courses. At the same time, I also came across this certification called Chartered Institute of Marketing. So in India, you don't have any marketing certifications. At the most, what you have is an MBA, which I already had, but I had to prove to local UK employers that my education and my work experience is in sync with what they require of, or what they need in a marketer here in UK. So I went ahead for that certification and applied for it. If you want me to share more details of how I got CIM certification, just let us know in the comments below, and I will share the entire process. It doesn't take too long. There is a fee that you have to pay, but you can always get it compensated from your employer, if you're working, or even if you're working part time, right? So आप अपनी प्रोफाइल को कंप्लीट बनाइए. आपका एक सीवी है, सीवी को पॉलिश रखिए, अपडेटेड रखिए. उसमें आप अपना वॉलंटियर रोल रिफ्लेक्ट कीजिए, अपना पार्ट टाइम रोल रिफ्लेक्ट कीजिए. एट द सेम टाइम, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग विच मेनी रिक्रूटर्स हैव टोल्ड मी इज, what are your transferable skills. We have to focus on them and we have to present them to the recruiter, right? So transferable skills में एक बड़ा factor होता है certification. आप उसको complete कीजिए. और CIM is a fantastic certification for marketers, so do look into that if you're in marketing. अदर सर्टिफिकेशंस भी है अगर आप दूसरी इंडस्ट्री से है. जस्ट लेट अस नो इन द कमेंट बिलो आप कौन सी इंडस्ट्री से है, एंड आई विल लेट यू नो कौन सा सर्टिफिकेशन है इफ आई नो अबाउट इट, राइट? So complete your profile, do certifications, and always mention your transferable skills whenever you're talking to any recruiter or on your CV. So that was all about chapter 3. Let's go on to the chapter 4 now. So अगर आपने अभी 3 चैप्टर देख लिए, and if you're liking the video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to it. I will keep updating such more content. Let's go into chapter 4 now, which is very, very crucial. It helped me a lot, not just in my full-time job, but my overall networking in UK. And I've been able to build a decent network. I wanted to say solid, but I'm getting there. I'm not there at a solid level. I have a decent network. So networking is very important. While you are doing all these efforts online, you are active on all the job boards, you are actively reaching out to people, you are actively applying for courses, you are actively getting your certification done. There's a lot of effort that you can do offline also. So for instance, I'm based out in Newcastle, and there's a club for Asian diaspora here, which is Asian Business Connection. So I went to their meeting, got connected with around 30 more people there, locals to Asians to immigrants to people with similar problems that I'm facing, even with students who have just come here. उनके थ्रू काफ़ी जॉब्स मुझे पता लगी, और मैंने उनको अप्रोच किया, और वहाँ पे मैंने जब लोगों को बताया कि मेरा इंडिया में 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है और मैं अभी मूव हुआ हूँ और मेरे ये स्किल्स है, सो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल एक्चुअली ऑफर्ड मी सम काइंड ऑफ रोल्स विद दैम इन माय फर्स्ट ABC मीटिंग इटसेल्फ. सो ऐसे काफ़ी सारे नेटवर्किंग क्लब्स होते हैं हर सिटी में. You can find them on LinkedIn and you can find them on Facebook. ठीक है. Second is WhatsApp group. As an Indian, I am part of Indians in Newcastle group and some other WhatsApp groups for Indians in my local area or my local city. So I also reached out to people there. I sought their advice. I was very open. I told them, okay, I've just come from India. I have 10 years of experience. I've done this. I've done that. This is my resume. What approach do you think should I take? I'm an alumni of this college. I've done this, so on and so forth. I explained my profile, and then some people were really helpful. They reached out to me in DM. They told me, okay, share your CV. We will send it to HR. So that also works. So connect with people on networking clubs. Connect with people on WhatsApp groups. Then offline, find people who are sharing the same struggle as you are, so that when you come across a job which is suitable to them, you can share it with them and they can do the same with you. And always bounce off your CV with locals here. So whenever you go to these networking events or network with anyone, show your CV to them, seek out their views, however negative it is, however positive it is, just note them all down and work on it and refine your CVs. Always have 2-3 versions of the CV. Another crucial thing is job fair. You cannot discount job fairs when you're looking for jobs. It's the mecca for you. That's where you have to be. Whether it's a job fair for a small job or a medium job, just be there, talk to recruiters. You will find a lot of recruiters there. Exchange your card. or take their card and reach out to them on email, send them your CV, and obviously always follow up after a week or so. I shared my CV. Is there a suitable role for me? And I understand that a suitable role may not be available immediately, but even if you come across it in the near future, please do share it with me. And believe me, guys, people do respond here. People are very kind because it's their job role. It's the recruiter's job to find suitable candidates. And if you can prove yourself with your CV, with your certifications, with your skills, with your soft skills, with your networking, with your references, why would they not hire you? So that was all in chapter 4, and I'm going to go to chapter 5, which is the last chapter. So guys, अब हम आते हैं chapter 5 पे, which is the final chapter. एंड ये एक बोनस चैप्टर की तरह है. ये कुछ ऐसी चीज़ है जो कोई नहीं बताएगा आपको यूके के बारे में. So a lot of roles in UK, a lot of full-time roles in UK are either remote or hybrid. What that means is you can actually go and find out jobs which are not in your city. So, for example, in my case, I live in Newcastle while my office is in Leeds. But do I have to go office daily? The answer is simple no. No one goes to office daily. It's a hybrid role. You have to be in office once in a week or once in fortnight, which is completely doable. And the same funda applies to everyone who is coming here. You have to be open. Don't just restrict your job search to your city or to your council or to your limited area. Reach out to more locations. At one point, I got so frustrated that I was like, I'm going to apply to jobs all over UK, because in the end, UK is not that big. And you can anyways travel for these remote jobs once a fortnight or once in 2 weeks or once in 1 week, right? That's not a problem. सो वो आप कर सकते हैं. मैंने भी ये किया है, और सिर्फ मैंने नहीं, मेरे ऑफिस में तो काफ़ी सारे लोग बाहर ही रहते हैं. इनफैक्ट सम पीपल इवन ट्रैवल फ्रॉम यूरोप once a month to our office location to be in office for to just let their attendance in office, right? So this is a common practice which is prevalent across the UK. इसको आप ज़रूर कीजिए. आप अपने जॉब सर्कल को वाइड कीजिए, इंस्टेंटली आपको जॉब्स मिलेगी. बड़ी सिटीज़ कौन कौन सी है यूके में? मैनचेस्टर, लिवरपूल, लीड्स, बर्मिंघम, लंदन एंड एडिनबरा, राइट? Newcastle to an extent, if I'll say 6th city or 7th city. So इन cities में जॉब ढूंढिए. इनके top 3 top 4 cities में definitely जॉब ढूंढिए. काफ़ी opportunities available है. सेकेंड है, डोंट रिस्ट्रिक्ट योर सेल्फ टू अ सर्टेन इंडस्ट्री. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं इंडिया में FMCG सेक्टर में काम करता था एज अ ब्रांड मार्केटर. व्हेन आई केम हेयर आई वाज वेरी क्लियर दैट FMCG में जॉब मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है, बिकॉज लोकल्स गेट प्रिफर्ड, बिकॉज लोकल्स अंडरस्टैंड लोकल कंज्यूमर्स लाइक नो वन एल्स डज. सो दैट्स एन इनहेरेंट एडवांटेज. You can get a job, but provided you were working with a big company like Unilever in India and then they transfer you to UK, that would be a right way to hop into the same sector. So keep yourself open to an industry. मैं FMCG में काम करता था, और अभी मैं एक सैटेलाइट डेटा प्रोसेसिंग कंपनी में काम करता हूँ, which is altogether a new industry for me. During the process, I've learned so much about satellite data processing and who all use it. So that is second thing. And third thing is, be open to different roles. So I changed my industry. I also changed my role. From core marketing, I moved to digital marketing. I did courses along the way. I did certifications along the way. I did volunteer and part-time role along the way. I knew about digital marketing concepts way back in India because I was doing it with my digital marketing manager and with our agencies. But right now, I'm hands-on working as a digital marketing manager. So 3 things that you have to keep in mind: expand your city. Don't be restricted to one city. Expand your criteria for industry. Don't be restricted or be married to only one industry. And third is expand your designation or job title, which they say here in UK. आप job title अपना flexible रखिए. So ये थे 5 tips. अगर आपको अच्छे लगे, अगर आपको और डिटेल्स चाहिए तो आप कमेंट करके बताइए. अगर आपको अच्छा लगा तो आप लाइक कीजिए. I've just started my journey, and every like and every one comment counts. So it would be really great to have your support along the way. तो गाइज, अगर आपने पूरा वीडियो देखा और आपको अच्छा लगा है तो प्लीज़ डोंट फॉरगेट टू हिट लाइक, सब्सक्राइब एंड शेयर. आई हैव जस्ट स्टार्टेड माय जर्नी एंड एवरी लाइक एंड कमेंट एंड शेयर काउंट्स अ लॉट. एंड इफ़ यू वांट एनी स्पेसिफिक इन्फॉर्मेशन, अगर आप कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीज़ जानना चाहते हैं तो आप हमें कमेंट्स में ज़रूर बताइए. यू कैन ऑल्सो मैसेज मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम ऑन माई चैनल, which is again BunMaskka with the same spelling, BunMaskka. So stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and we'll be uploading such informative vlogs very often. Thank you for watching the entire video. Cheers.